Welcome to Geek Den. I'm Dark Knight Richie.
Oh no. I'm Josh with the Bat.
How you doing today, Richie? I'm doing good. How are you doing today, Bat?
Alright. Apparently, in the comments...
We're not drinking enough.
Apparently, yeah, this guy, Ross Tessier. I don't know this guy, but I really don't like him.
He sounds like some kind of asshole.
He probably is.
But we all like assholes.
Right? Alright. So, Richie, we're gonna drink a lot. Apparently that's
A lot?
Yeah, well, whatever. Apparently that's one thing we gotta do. But we're gonna start off with today's show with the news this week.
What's in the news?
Alright. Heading off the news this week, the director of Hunger Games has apparently come out and said that there's gonna be a lot of differences compared to the book. He's gonna be adding more, and I'm guessing he's gonna be expanding on the universe. Because that was the one thing I really liked about the Hunger Games. It was not just Katniss' story, but was in general, like how's Panem created? Like what's going on there? How did that happen? So hopefully he's gonna expand more on that, see more of the other districts, which would be great because they're so different, and it would be crazy to see them. What do you think, Richard?
So we're gonna get a Hunger Games origin stories?
A Panem origin story, probably what it's gonna be more like.
I don't think I like it.
No, you don't like changing stuff. You think they should stick to the source material?
They should just stop.
Stop what? Stop the presses.
They're not bad. I mean, don't get me wrong. I watched the first two Hunger Games movies.
I thought you liked them. Apparently, they're just not bad.
They're not. Well, I liked the first one. I thought the first one was cool.
I really liked the first one.
Second one kind of dragged out for me.
The second one was really good though. That's a lot of crazy.
I'm not
shit.
saying it was bad. And what's the third one? I don't know anything about, but I know that this dude, Kiefer Sutherland's father, there, he's gonna die. I'm looking for that. Looking forward to that. Him dying. That's all I really care about.
A lot of people die. A lot of people die. I'll tell you that. I've gone through the books. I've gotten to the end.
Book on tapes.
Yeah, I don't read. But the third book does get pretty good in the second half. So this Mockingjay Part 1 is going to be okay. The second half is going to be really good. Shit goes down. It gets crazy. Things get all skewed. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but some shit goes down. It gets crazy. It's violent. It's like a war. It's more of a war in that second half of that book.
Yeah, but I've heard this before when it came to the Twilight movies.
Wait, what?
I got stuck watching Twilight movies.
I've seen some of them. Not good.
And I heard, the last one's the second part, or the second one's so good. Horrible. Horrible.
Really bad.
Really bad.
I don't know. I don't remember seeing
Sparkly vampires are bullshit.
That is terrible. Well, fuck that topic. So the next thing, The Rock has confirmed that he will either be Shazam or Black Adam. So, what do you think? Would you prefer a Rock as a hero or a villain?
Both.
Both. Elaborate.
Why can't he do both? He has the perfect look of Black Adam. You ever
Okay, wait. No, I've seen him. So you saying like twins?
Why not? Essentially, that's pretty much what Black Adam is to Shazam. It's just the negative.
You just blew my mind.
Thank you.
Like I didn't even thought of that. I was like, I want to see him be a villain because I think that would be really cool. But what you just said, way better. What I was gonna say is retarded compared to what you just said.
Well, let's just be thankful it's not Shaq doing Shazam.
Hey, whoa, what? Wasn't it called Man of Steel? Or no, it was Steel.
No.
It was just Steel.
Shazam was where he was a genie.
But I was thinking of Steel.
Steel was a good movie.
He was a superhero in Steel.
He could never make those 3 points.
He was like an Iron Man, but Shaq.
A wannabe Superman.
One of his did have that symbol.
And that's R2. R2 speaking to me right now.
Alright, he has an opinion about that.
Calm down, R2.
Let's move on. Apparently Marvel has also said that there's going to be some sort of... No more origin stories. That's it. It's over. They're going to go straight, starting with Doctor Strange. It's going to just be him being the Sorcerer Supreme. You're not going to... You might see... I'm assuming you'll see like, oh, here's a little quip, like he'll have a dream or something. Like, oh, what did that happen? That kind of helped him become Sorcerer Supreme. But it's not going to be about that. It's going to be him being Sorcerer Supreme and doing crazy fucking shit. What do you think?
I'm happy about this.
Right?
Because even in the comics, like, let's look at... What was it? Issue 180 and 181. Wolverine first comes out. I think it was the Hulk.
Yep.
No backstory.
No, he was just there fucking
He
shit
just
up.
there was fucking up the Hulk.
Right. They needed
No
something
backstory.
to compete with the Hulk.
And then as the fan base built, now it's like, time to do an origin story, which is fine.
He's kind of like the Boba Fett of comics
I
because he
never
was
thought
in
of
the
that way.
tiniest part. Like Boba Fett's in like the movie like a total of a minute in all 3 movies. Literally, it's like a minute and a half. It's not even that long. But he's one of the most popular characters in Star Wars.
Very true, yeah, because he was in a 2-part. He was just supposed to kill off the Hulk. No backstory to him. Then all of a sudden, boom, he blows up.
He's an awesome character. I loved him. I loved him when I watched that cartoon, seeing badass Wolverine. I was like, yeah, look at him. Screw him.
I'm glad they're getting away from the backstories because it's... How many times are you going to tell the same story over and over and over again?
I get that with like pre-existing properties, but like things we haven't done. Like I want to see a Black Panther origin. Like cool, Black Panther.
Oh, you want a Black Panther origin?
Yeah.
Read the comic.
Boom. Got me.
But no, pretty much his father's the...
I want to see it on screen though.
Yeah,
I
his
just-
father's the original
killing it.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
His father gets killed by the white gorillas. Sounds fucked up, I know. Hate crimes everywhere, people. And then he goes into this room.
Couldn't call them the Silverbacks.
No, they weren't called the Silverbacks. Some funky kind of incense gets put on. He gets put into a trip. He meets up with the White Panther, and he becomes the Black Panther. Black Panther origin story.
Justice. It's pretty sweet.
But yeah, I'm glad they're moving away from the origin stories.
Yeah, why not? Because you could show like with Guardians, it kind of was like the origin of the Guardians coming together, but it wasn't the origin of any of the characters. They had a couple scenes where they kind of said something, mentions backstory, Rocket drunk, talking about being taken apart. Like that's all you really need. You need a little start. Next movie, maybe a little more. And as you grow the franchise, you could just add a little bit. By the time you get into 4 movies in, you'll be like, I know everything about that character.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the only backstory we had in Guardians or origin story was Star-Lord's. And
That was
maybe
kind of
took
his starting 30 seconds. Like his mom
Ooh,
died.
my mom died.
He went and shook her hand.
Aliens.
And he ran away.
She gave me 2 sweet mixtapes.
Right. Didn't you know from the beginning though?
Yeah.
Like when he starts listening, like he knew that he's not opening it. Like that's a mixtape. You know it's a mixtape in there, which is great. And then it was. Can't wait to mixtape 2.
Shocker.
It still was awesome.
That was awesome.
All right. So apparently Antman has started shooting this week. What do you think about Antman?
What's going on with that, man?
It's shooting in San Francisco.
Well, finally.
Did you see the picture?
The picture they had on the internet?
Yeah, Paul Rudd is like in a hoodie with a jacket in front of the Golden Gate Bridge.
I'm glad Paul Rudd's going to be Ant-Man. Now, he's going to be the criminal Ant-Man. He's not going to be the Hank Pym Ant-Man.
No, he's the second Ant-Man. He's the
thief.
I can't remember. Yes. And he's gonna steal it from Mr. Pym.
So they're going to have Hank Pym.
Yeah.
So that means eventually
Is
we're
Michael
going to...
Douglas?
Is Michael Douglas?
For sure. Michael Douglas.
That sounds horrible. And I used to be against Ant-Man. Worst power ever. I could talk to
Ant-Man the
ants.
character or the movie?
The character.
Okay.
He could talk to ants.
He can.
The
But he
fuck
can
is that
also
gonna do?
go big and go small.
You see a girl you like with some other guy. What do you send an army of ants to go invade their picnic?
You ever watch those like Discovery Channel things? Those hordes of ants.
Oh
fucking
yeah.
up?
Okay, you're talking about yeah.
But that's like
ants.
deep in the jungle. He's gonna be in the streets and be like ants. And then like a couple of little black ants are gonna crawl out
I
of the
think
ground
Ant-Man was like the equivalent to Aquaman
on land.
on land, because they did venture out.
He should have been Landman.
They did venture out where Ant-Man could talk to other bugs. Right around the time he became Yellow Jacket, which he was badass as Yellow Jacket. He kind of started losing his mind a little bit. And then Hank Pym completely has a breakdown after the death of the Wasp. And then turns himself into the new Wasp. Kind of freaky, kind of cross-dresser-ish, but...
gender crossing happening? What's going on there?
Well, pretty much the Wasp dies. I forget how. No, don't question me on it.
We all die.
And then he tries to recreate her through the same process he did with Ultron. And that's where he makes, what's her name?
Cool.
Jocasta? Pretty much a robotic version of the Wasp. Yeah, that...
Have you seen the picture of one of the leading girls that's in the movie?
I have not.
She has like this pointed bob type thing going on, which is apparently just like the Wasp.
So she's going to be the Wasp?
Yes, but her name is slightly different. They're going to change it to match it with Paul Rudd, so that's what I'm assuming. So they have like their story coming up instead of having like original Ant-Man in the Wasp. It's going to be the second Ant-Man and a Wasp.
That sounds horrible.
That's what they're doing.
That sounds horrible, because Hank Pym was this uptight fucking scientist dude.
Yeah,
And then, I can't remember her maiden name, but Jan Pym, or Janet Pym, whatever the fuck it was, the Wasp. she was like this party girl, and it was kind of like the opposite of track thing, and then there was a whole divorce thing going on, and then there was a sweet issue where Ant-Man got tired of her shit and slapped shit out of her. Well,
spousal abuse.
I don't condone domestic violence, but if it's deserved, it's deserved. You gave him 2 black eyes, you ain't got to tell him again.
There were different times, man.
Different times. But we're not going to see any of that.
No. I am not at all looking forward to Ant-Man. I wanted to see Ant-Man when Edgar Wright was directing Ant-Man. I wanted to see that script that Edgar Wright called.
Yeah, because you were so stoked about Ant-Man when it first came out.
Oh, man, I heard about it years ago when he's been pitching that movie for like 6 years. It's incredible. And finally they're going to do it. And then suddenly they're like, no. Edgar Wright walks. It's bullshit.
Why did he walk?
Creative differences.
Meaning Disney wanted to do something he didn't want to do.
They rewrote his script several times and then they gave it back to him and he was like, no, this isn't the movie I wrote. This is crazy. So he decided to walk, and good for him. But that's the movie I wanted to see. Now I'm not going to see it, man. You'll have to see it. I'm not going to see it.
Why do I have to see it?
Someone's got to review it.
Thank God there's an internet.
Because I'm not going to see it. I hope you tell me it's a good. And I'll be like, good for them.
No, you're going to see it.
I'm not going to see it.
You said you weren't going to see Turtles.
I never saw Turtles.
Yeah. Check out episode 4 where the band goes into full detail of the Turtles.
Yeah, I saw Turtles. No, I don't want to see it, man. I'm really protesting it. I can't. That's the one reason I wanted to see an Ant-Man movie was Edgar Wright. Now I'm kind of like, why doesn't Marvel do something else? They should have did something else. They should have did freaking Black Panther. That would have been awesome.
I don't see a reasoning for an Ant-Man movie anymore in the Marvel Universe.
I agree.
Ant-Man was one of the founding Avengers.
Didn't get to be in the Avengers.
You already got the Avengers. Why do we need Ant-Man? That's like giving fucking Hawkeye his own movie.
And as well, like, oh, Ant-Man created Ultron. No, they're not even letting him do that.
I mean, you gotta love that, right?
They fucked him twice. They're like, you're not an Avenger, you didn't create Ultron.
No.
Who are you? You stole some stuff.
Now, wait, well, this Ant-Man movie could have an Ultron tie-in.
Yeah, I don't think it is. But hey, they could prove me wrong. I'm going to see Avengers.
You're gonna
I'm
see
looking forward to that, because I want to see who's going to die. We talked about that, and I want to know who's going to die. Alright, we beat that
Cap.
to death. They're not going to kill Cap yet, he's so popular.
They're gonna kill him. Chris Evans is done.
Alright, moving on. Johnny Depp has joined the cast of Kevin Smith's next movie, Yoga Hosers.
What is Yoga Hosers about?
Alright, so Kevin Smith is making this True North trilogy, which is they're all set in Canada, because apparently that's the True North. And so the first one's going to be Tusk, where it's just his crazy, ridiculous take on like human centipede type deal, which does look very dark.
I can't wait to see Tusk.
Right, I'm very excited about Tusk. The second movie is Yoga Hosers. It's about 2 girls that work in a convenience store. You'll see them in Tusk at some point. You'll see them. Someone's going to buy something from the store or something. and they're going to go on an adventure where they fight some supernatural being. And then after that is Moose Jaws. Which that's the one I'm most excited for. Moose Jaws is the one I'm most excited for.
Is pretty much going to be like a female version of Clerks.
That's what I would think. Yeah.
Except they're fighting something supernatural.
It's gonna be PG-13 because he's decided he's like he's has a young fan base that's growing up like I watch like some of like he does his Q&As and whatnot and like you'll see like 10-year-old 12-year-old kids come up and be like, hey, what's up, Kevin, love your movies, and then he's like, why are you watching my movies? And every time he always says, you were sperm when I made Clerks. He says that every time, which is great.
But I mean, really, what was the supernatural thing in Clerks? That's where I was going. So pretty much it's going to be like they fight something supernatural.
Mm-hmm. Using some sort of yoga.
Using yoga.
Yeah.
But isn't it his daughter?
It's his daughter and it's Johnny Depp's daughter. They're the 2 stars of the movie. So Haley is going to be... Harley. My bad. Harley is going to be totally leading the movie, which is awesome. I'm stoked. I think it's going to be great. I'm looking forward to Yoga Hosers, but I'm looking forward to more of Moose Jaws.
I'll bet you $20 is better than Jersey Girl. And I like Jersey Girl, don't get me wrong. I'm glad he didn't go with the original way he was going to do it with Ben Affleck and fucking Jennifer Lopez. We all saw how Julie turned out. Wait, did we ever see that movie?
I've never seen Julie.
I've never seen that movie.
I heard it really bad.
I heard it was horrible.
So I'm looking forward to Kevin Smith's True North trilogy. And then hopefully he'll get back to doing fucking Clerks 3. Because, yeah, who doesn't want to see that? Oh, he's got Krampus. Fuck. He's got that, and then he's got the Krampus movie. And then I think it's Clerks 3. If he doesn't write
Krampus,
something else.
the evil Santa Claus?
Yes.
I cannot wait for that.
Yes, he's doing a Krampus movie. It's called Anti-Claus. Oh, it's going to be awesome.
And Moose Jaws. What do you think Moose Jaws is going to be about?
Oh, well, he started to talk about it because he's been researching moose and a lot of things. Apparently, moose, every year, they shed their antlers and grow new antlers every year. It's crazy.
That's fucking insanity.
But if a moose, a big male moose, gets castrated, the antlers it has become mutated and deformed and big and really weird. Yeah, it's crazy. So he's like, okay, this could kind of be something about some crazy Canadian redneck decided to castrate a moose, and this moose goes on a rampage for revenge. That's what I'm saying. Who knows what he's gonna write?
Just the whole premise of it's about moose castration.
It could totally be about that. And it's gonna be like the same cast. This cast from Tusk is gonna be involved with Yoga Hosers, and then that same cast is gonna carry over. He's gonna try to use the same cast. He's gonna try to do like American Horror Story and be like the seasons are different. That's literally what he said because he's a big fan of the show.
I like that show.
I don't watch it, but I heard it's good.
You're missing out.
I know. I heard it's good. I'll have to catch up someday.
I don't know what the fourth season's gonna be about.
What?
The fourth season. Oh, you don't watch it. Why am I?
Oh yeah. Why did you ask me that? I just said I don't watch that. All right. What do we got? Oh, the last thing I have is Marry, Fuck, Kill, Black Widow, Mystique, Gamora from the movies.
Marry, Fuck, Kill.
I wrote that down too, and I still haven't thought about it.
Like we're talking about the characters, not the actors.
No, the actresses and the character, how they portrayed them on the movies.
Marry, Fuck, Kill. Gamora.
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
And who else?
Mystique.
Mystique.
So you got Jennifer Lawrence, and you got freaking Scarlett Johansson, and you got what the hell is Gamora's name? What the hell is Gamora's name?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe, yeah, Zoe. How did you forget Zoe?
Thank you, girl off screen.
Thank you, girl off screen.
So, who? Marry, fuck, kill.
Marry, fuck, kill. Now we're talking about the actresses, not the characters.
We're talking about the actresses, how they portrayed the characters. You get what I'm saying?
Essentially, we are talking about the characters, not from the comics.
Yeah, but not how they look in the comics, how they look in the movies.
Well, I don't know. Would Gamora dance at her wedding?
Well, probably after the whole Footloose thing.
Alright, marry, fuck, kill.
Alright, I'll go first.
Alright.
I would marry Mystique. I would fuck Gamora, and I would kill Scarlett Johansson. And that's only on the pure fact that I don't think I could kill the other two. I think I could kill Johansson. That's the only reason. I think Mystique would take me, and I think Gamora would destroy me. So that's why I'll just fuck her and keep her happy. That's it.
Well, I agree with you on the fuck. I'd fuck Gamora.
Alright, that's kind of cool.
I'd marry Scarlett Johansson.
You go
and I'd kill fucking Mystique.
You kill Mystique. But you haven't seen Days of Future Past, have you?
Nope. Don't care. Don't care.
See, I've seen Days of Future Past. She's really awesome.
Scarlett Johansson's where it's at.
No, I know. I believe Scarlett Johansson is one in my top list of that people.
Apparently not. You're gonna fucking kill. You're not list to kill.
No, she's up there. It's just because of it's only because of Gamora would destroy me.
You remember the first time you ever saw Scarlett Johansson?
Yeah.
What
Like the Hackers. What was that movie?
Remember Lost in Translation? Just that fucking ass shot, and I was sold.
She did a movie with a guy that's not here anymore. Wait, maybe not. Moving on.
Moving on.
You got anything to talk about, Richie?
I got a lot to talk about.
All right, what's next?
What are you reading right now for comics?
What am I reading? Well, moving on. I'm almost done with freaking Walking. I'm almost completely caught up to Walking Dead. I'm at like volume 20. I think it goes to volume 20 and 21, and then like 3-4 more issues after that. So I'm almost completely caught up to Walking Dead. Some crazy stuff happens in Walking Dead. If you think like, oh man, stuff kind of got boring, it gets crazy. Especially, oh man, wait till they introduce Negan. Negan is he's gonna be the best anti-hero. He's gonna be the person like, you hate that guy so much, but he's so awesome. He's so dry, he's so sarcastic. He walks around with a bat with barbed wire around it named Lucille. It's amazing.
Kind of sounds like Mick Foley and Al Snow had a
Right? Oh man, he survived in the zombie apocalypse
with a barbed wire bat.
But that, and I've been getting back into like the new Guardians. So I read the first volume of like the modern day Guardians that the movie was most going to be about just before I saw the movie, just because I was like, I want to see what is this about, and it got me really stoked, and I was like, cool, I can't wait to see that movie. So I'm on that second volume. I've read some of it. I read probably like 2 or 3 issues out of that volume. And it's good. It's definitely good. I can't wait to read the new Guardian stuff where they finally go to the Venom planet, the symbiote planet. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool.
And that's about it. What do you got going on?
I just finished up reading The Long Halloween.
The Long Halloween.
Two-Faced Origin Story.
Okay.
Pretty sick.
Is it good?
That was pretty good.
Yeah.
It goes through each killer. Or not each killer, sorry. Each holiday someone gets killed. And try to put on Calendar Man. Calendar Man's stuck in Oregon.
Okay.
So then they name
No,
it
I have read that. Is in that book.
That is in that,
That
right?
is in that. Yeah. Okay. Definitely. I have read that. Yeah, I remember Calendar Man being locked up. Like Calendar Man. What an awesome villain that is.
What were they fucking thinking, right? With Calendar Man.
Drugs. Like there's no explanation. You're like, I'm writing comics. Man, I'm pretty fucked up right now. Calendar Man. Wouldn't that be awesome? He kills like all the holidays. That'd be so cool.
So it was good. I wish they would have kind of got into it a little bit more when Harvey Dent first becomes Two-Face and he escapes into the sewers and he runs into Solomon Grundy. And he repeats like the whole song, Solomon Grundy. And then that's it.
Yeah.
They should have touched more on that.
No.
Good read.
Was it?
Yep. And read a bunch of Wolverine stuff right now. Weird Wolverine shit.
Yeah, you're starting to read what some of the
what I believe is to be what it says.
The
It's supposed to be the death of Wolverine.
Death of Wolverine for this time.
Who is supposed to be the man who cannot die, but heroes die. Look at Cap.
Yeah, they all die. They'll come back. They'll die. Different people will play him. Different genders will be him.
Hopefully he'll come back as not someone who's an asshole again. Not this kid-friendly bullshit. I hate this Wolverine.
He doesn't need to be friendly.
Wolverine was
The Wolverine I
fuck shit
knew
up.
was a mean guy. And he probably doesn't like children. And if I ever met him, he would push me on the ground. But that's okay, because he's
And then
Wolverine.
laugh.
And then he'd probably laugh. And then be like, shing. I'm like, that was amazing. That was the greatest day of my life. Remember when 20 years later, I'll be talking about that moment. Like, man, I remember when Wolverine pushed me on the ground. It was the greatest moment of my entire life. My kids will be sitting there like, oh, what about us? Like, you guys don't handle shit, Wolverine. You kidding me? He pushed me on the ground.
Wolverine
Shing.
threw me on the ground and he barely anal shanked me with his middle claw. Barely.
Alright, what do you got next? What did you see recently? You caught up on movies.
Thanks to the magic of the internet.
You caught up on some movies.
I got to see Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
Dawn. Oh, I love Dawn.
And I got to see Godzilla.
I like Godzilla too. Big fan of Godzilla. So, what do you want to talk about first?
Let's go with Godzilla, because Godzilla's fresh.
Okay. Oh, so you just watched it. Okay.
Why'd they kill off Malcolm's dad?
Wasn't he the best part of that movie?
I was pissed. The whole preview showed nothing but Malcolm's dad.
No, there was definitely false. They did a good push on it, which is good, fine, because he is one of the best actors in that movie, and him being in it was incredible. Then they kill him off, and you're just like, why?
Well, first of all, let's talk about this. It's his birthday. Now, of all days, it's his birthday. His wife dies on his birthday.
Happy birthday.
And he killed her.
He did hit the button.
And then 15 years later, it's his son's birthday. And he fucking dies?
How terrible was Kick-Ass in this movie?
Kick-Ass was in this movie?
Wait, yeah, no, I liked Kick-Ass. You're right. I really liked Kick-Ass. That guy that was in this movie, did not like. He was so bad.
You talking about the son?
Anthony Taylor Johnson? Yeah. He was so bad, like just flat.
I would have much rather see the son get killed on his birthday.
Right, that would have worked.
And then Malcolm's dad.
Continue. Yeah. Bryan Cranston killed it.
To me, he will always be Malcolm's dad. Fuck, and like Breaking Bad was good, don't get me wrong. But Malcolm's dad was the shit.
Malcolm in the Middle was a pretty good show.
Right.
When it was on, I wasn't a fan at all. I was like, I hate this show, kind of anti-Malcolm in the Middle. But later in years, I was like, it's actually a pretty good show.
I watched the show not for Malcolm. I watched it for the father, and I watched it for Dewey.
Dewey's pretty good.
Dewey was a shit. But no, it was just like, I like the way they did it. Except for the whole killing off Malcolm's dad.
Yeah.
It was your old school Godzilla shit.
Right, exactly. It was a slow burn. It was like, here's a little bit of Godzilla.
We're going to throw you beginning. Okay, here's his fence.
Okay, yeah, okay, alright, yeah.
And then it's like, okay, shit went down. It's not Godzilla. And then there's like monster lovemaking and real quick. And
monster penetration.
And then monster giving birth. Then nowhere, just Godzilla fucking shit up.
I like when you first kind of like that first kind of battle of Godzilla with the first little one, and you see it like it's you like oh shit, like they close the doors and they yell and then like you're about to happen, and then it cuts to like a living room, and then you see it on the news and the TV, you see like the monster on Godzilla's back, and they're flying around destroying stuff. I was like, oh, that's so awesome.
When they close the door, you literally see here's the cockroach fucking thing coming.
Yep.
Whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
The flying cockroach. I'm
happy the next movie it's gonna be. And
then Godzilla's just like munch, and the doors close, and all of a sudden Godzilla's getting his ass kicked.
He was on his back. Oh,
the one thing I did not like about Godzilla,
what are you know?
his feet. I know it sounds fucking stupid.
You didn't like his really big fat foot?
I don't like it. There was no foot. It was
just straight. You're right. No, yeah, it was
elephant foot, claws.
There was a little bit of college. I guess that's true.
That's the only thing I did not like about this Godzilla.
He's still awesome.
Oh my god! Like how he killed the fucking monster.
That's the best part. That last fight scene is the best part. Oh my god! I'm like, especially
what is this guy gonna do with this gun on this boat? Like, and here's how stupid fucking the American people are. If these monsters ever attacked, be so fucked. Let's keep shooting them with guns that do nothing but piss them off.
Oh, just annoy them.
Oh, rocket launchers? Let's piss them off even more.
It doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, this guy sitting on a boat with a nuke. He thinks he's gonna finish off fucking Godzilla with his little fucking Beretta. And
his little fucking Beretta.
like, cause watching on the internet, and I just see Godzilla come by and just, you don't see it, and all of a sudden it's like, you just hear it. I'm like, did he shoot that motherfucker? And then he looks at his gun, and then you just see Godzilla just come, rip him fucking up, rip the monster back, and just fucking shit down his throat with fire.
The best part of that movie, you see his tail. You gotta say, like, he grabs the monster, his tail starts glowing. The first time he used glowing, I was like, oh my god, I got chills. I was like, this is it, and then throws that first blast. You're like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. When that tail glow, I can't even get, that's how excited I am, I can't even get the words out. When that tail glowed, I was seeing that movie theater. I was a little boy. I was like, the first time I saw Godzilla, I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. A monster.
Watching it when you first spit fire.
Oh my god, it's incredible.
You just see the tail knock the monster down, like you were talking about, and then just it starts to light up.
Yep, up the tail.
And like, I'm getting amped up. All the way works up the spine, just fire. It was magical.
I give him that. Yeah, they focused on freaking Mr. Malcolm's dad in the trailers, but they never showed a tail glowing. They never showed him once glowing, which I'm so happy because that would have ruined that into that movie.
Oh yeah.
It was a good touche. That didn't bother me that you did about Malcolm's dad, who died, who was the best actor in that movie. But it is what it is.
Yeah, he was the best actor in that movie.
Alright, so
we're talking about Dawn.
Yeah, Dawn. So, how did you like Dawn?
I like Dawn. I'm glad I didn't go see it in the theaters like that, but
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I mean,
why is that?
How is it really the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes? What'd they do? They went and killed off this one little colony and then went back to the woods in the end.
Yeah, they have the movies backwards, because the first one was Rise of the Planet of the Apes, and that kind of didn't make sense. The first one should have been Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and this one should have been Rise, because they kind of more rised up again in this one.
Yeah.
While the first one, it was the dawn, it was the beginning, it was the start. Yeah.
I mean, cool concept though. They're just chilling in the woods, minding their own fucking business.
I love that it's about the apes. Their sign language, they're signing to each other. The other freaking big primate, I can't remember his name right now.
Coda?
No, Kobo's the bad guy.
Koba.
Kobo's the bad dude.
Oh, the orangutan.
The orangutan, yeah. Maurice was like, he was the teacher. He was teaching the other little monkeys how to sign, how to use they're writing words. Oh, it was great. Setting up this big, huge family of apes, and like, there was nothing wrong with that. Which is great. It sets the movie up so when the humans come in, you're like, fuck those humans. I can't. Those apes better win. The apes lose.
Cheering for the apes.
Even though you know where they're going anyway, because they're going to try to lead up to the old movies where we see freaking the Statue of Liberty buried in sand. But so you know they're going to win. But still, I'm just like, why?
You literally wanted to see the apes wipe out our species.
Totally.
We fell for them.
They should have won.
I would have been their pet.
Oh, they did win. Sorry.
They did win. I would have been their pet.
I would have been down.
They kept me alive, and that was before they started taking out brain chunks.
Right. But yeah.
They're leading up to that.
You mentioned Koba. Oh man, how awesome was Koba in that movie?
So fucking good. I liked when he goes in the little the gun store thing, those two dudes shooting out the guns.
Right?
And he walks in there all badass, then he just goes to play filet.
Yeah, totally tricks them. They're all like, what the hell's going on? He rolls up on them. You can see that in the trailer.
Plays a little fucking Joker and
drinks some booze. Too good. And then he ends up getting the gun and blasting them. Koba's so good. Such a great villain in this movie. Besides, like, Gary Oldman's kind of a villain on the other side. But Koba was the total villain, totally badass.
Was he really a villain?
He was misunderstood. Especially when they had the whole scene of him describing, like, human work. He's like, oh, human work. He's going all around the scars that he has. Like, this is human work. You want to trust them, Caesar?
Yeah.
And then he shoots Caesar and causes a revolt. It's amazing. I love Koba. It's too bad he's gone.
Yeah, to Koba.
anything else?
I was gonna go somewhere and I'm drawing a blank.
Alright, so I've got one question. What is one of the weirdest movies you've ever seen? And I'll bring this up because I was talking about this the other day.
One of the weirdest movies?
Yeah, weirdest movies. I think we're listening to weirdest movies. I don't have anything else after this. It's the last question I have.
The recent one that I just saw was The Dark Traveler.
The Dark Travel, what's that?
It's a fucked up movie. I guess The Dark Traveler is these people who go to like murder sites. They take vacations to murder sites.
Or like, okay, places where shit went bad.
Yeah, like let's say for example, like around this area would be Lizzie Borland's house.
Okay. They go on vacation there?
Yeah, they take a vacation and do nothing but
Where
scope
they-
this place out and hang out there.
Like,
Like
take pictures?
the old Northampton Insane Asylum. Before it was destroyed. Is it still up?
I don't know. This house, someone really got killed in this house a long time ago. They're rich. Yeah, I totally just made that up.
I was gonna say, I'd believe it, but I was gonna make a whole backstory up and everything. But no, it was just a fucked
Was
up
it good?
film.
Like, what happened?
I don't know.
You mean you don't
No,
know?
like, I don't know if it was good or not. Like,
It was over and you were like, okay.
it was one of those films. It was just like, did I really just watch what I just watched?
You probably didn't.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave everyone go out there and watch Dark Passenger or Dark Traveler, whatever the fuck I said it was.
I'm gonna go with Rubber. You ever seen Rubber?
Rubber.
Yeah, I actually talked about this the other day. It's about a tire. It's a tire that goes around killing people. It's incredible.
That sounds almost as horrible as that goddamn stupid zombie sheep movie you had us watch that one time.
Zombie sheep? What?
Zombie sheep.
Oh, Black Sheep.
There you go.
Black Sheep's incredible. You're crazy.
That movie was so bad.
That movie
it
was
was
incredible.
like 3 hours of fucking sheep doing nothing except
The
nothing.
movie's so good. You're crazy.
Nothing. Don't ever watch Black Sheep.
In New
No,
Zealand-
watch Black Sheep. Tommy, with Chris Farley in it, but don't watch the Black Sheep. Zombie.
Come on. In New Zealand, like it's like the ratio.
New Zealanders have nothing else to worry about but
It's like
sheep.
it's on like 10,000 to 1 ratio of sheep to people in New Zealand. It's crazy. So what happened if they revolted? That movie. That's what happened.
You shoot them in the fucking head. They're sheep.
They were. It was awesome. Have you seen? You've seen it. You didn't like that. I hate you, Richie.
Do you remember how drunk I was that night we watched it?
No, I don't remember ever watching it with you. So that's pretty good.
That's how I found out about Red State. You're like, oh, if you don't like this, you should check out Red State. You'll love Red State. And I'm like, oh, I love Red State. Red State's an awesome
Red State
movie.
is
Rob's
awesome.
Kevin Smith.
I'm happy he's doing this whole different, darker, kind of crazy thing, which is good.
But yeah, that Black Sheep was horrible.
I recommend it. Don't listen to him.
No, trust me. Don't watch Black Sheep unless
You know
it's
you're
Black Sheep
curious.
with Chris
If you're actually
Farley.
watching this, you know like right now
We
you're
just
like
boosted Black Sheep's
Right?
sales right now.
suddenly on Netflix people are gonna be like Black Street.
When all you come back next week,
Sheep is fucking going
leave the
crazy.
comments down below. Let us know how pissed you are if you wasted your time on watching Black Sheep.
And tell me how much you loved it because it's so different. It's weird. I love it. Check out Rubber as well. That's really strange. There's a tire going around. There's an audience that watches the tire as it goes around killing people. The movie's it's mind blowing. It doesn't even make any sense. It's so good.
I'm kind of intrigued now. That
You
there's an
gotta totally
audience
check it
watching
out.
this tire.
There's literally an audience that walks around watching them, and then they slowly started to get killed off. Oh, it's so good. All right, so that's the end of it today. So apparently, I don't want to give it to him, but Ross has won the old man figure. He'll be getting it in the mail someday soon. I might mail it tomorrow. Wait, what is it? It'll be like set. No, I'm gonna mail it eventually. A couple days.
Sometime next week he'll get it.
Alright, so this week, if you have a bad... the worst comment gets this awesome Stan, like, playing Guitar Hero from South Park. It's a...
Isn't that the glass I had you for like a month ago? And you told
It's
me
a
I
new
couldn't
variant
have it?
comic glass, and you can win it.
Yeah, you can win what I asked for. I couldn't get.
He doesn't get shit.
Be that asshole. And next week we're gonna have a mystery box. Stay tuned and look forward to it.
Alright, that's it from Geek Den. Have a week.